Howdy folks. Now, it may come as a surprise to some of you, but I am in fact a huge nerd. I know, shocker. Now over the last few months, I've been enjoying my morning coffee with a side of video games. And there's been one in particular. I mean, it's got rubber ducks and a chicken and then robots. Now sometimes I shoot those robots, and then sometimes those robots shoot me. Yeah, anywho, out of all of the neato dystopian sci-fi tech they've got going on in the game, this is my favorite thing. It is the best thing, and although it is my opinion, I am right. Now this tool does three things. You can use it to breach boxes and doors. It's got a crazy zip line feature, physics be damned, and in a pinch, you can use it as a weapon. And I am gonna make one. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's pretty fitting that you just collect scrap and garbage within the game, and then you make stuff out of it. I feel like I trained for this. Now, while I was doing my research for this project, I did find a young man that made a prop version of this, and he offered a free template on his website. Thanks, Raider. Well, time to turn a bucket of scrap into something cool. I'm gonna start with that hammerhead, because I feel like forging. Okie dokie, that took longer than expected, but at least we're through kind of the most complex part of the dirty phase, and now we're just on to details. I need to make the little crowbar end, and I'm going to do that using an offcut from the same material as we forged our hammerhead from. We've got a little swoopy collar to make, and then I've got to do the strap that attaches the hammerhead to the handle. Time to kick on the forge and crack the rest of this out. Well, I can honestly say that turned out great. Now I still have to harden and temper the hammerhead and the pry bar bit on the other end. So I'm going to kick the forge on and we'll start that process, and while we're waiting for things to temper, we'll finish up the last bits and be out of the dirty phase. Boy howdy. I've got to admit, I kind of impressed myself. It looks cool as hell. But we still got the last step, which is finishing this and making it look like a reference image. Let's get to it then. For the main section of the handle, I'm just going to use this Sculpt Nouveau metal stain. It allows me to mix the colors to something close to our reference image while still leaving that texture behind that I like. As for the gold parts, I figured I could just brass everything, but the color and texture really wouldn't look right. So go ahead and imagine you're in a future dystopia and you want to make something look fancy. That's right, rattle can gold. I like the fact that there were a couple of stickers on the handle, like personalizing your water bottle. So I used a combination of Photoshop and Illustrator to recreate them. And seeing as I don't have an actual sticker maker, we're just going to cover them in packing tape and use a little spray adhesive, slap these babies on. And this might be one of the silliest parts, but after all this hard work, I have to wrap it in tape, for comfort. And because our reference photo shows me this kind of stranded, textured tape, I figured the tape that looks the closest to it is this reinforced packing tape. Well, that's cool as heck. I don't think there's anything left but to take this baby for a test drive on a raid. And while I load up, let me know in the comments who you'd put on your dystopian, post-apocalyptic, anti-robot squad. Yeah, let's go.
I found lemons.